Hey guys, welcome to Monday, April 27th. Alright. Today you're going to need heavy objects, a band, a resistance band hopefully if you've got it, or a bungee will work, depending. I'll show you that movement. This is for the crossbody rows. And I'll also, if you don't have a band, I can give you an alternate version of that. And a timer. Happy Monday. All right, let's get to the warm-up first. For today's warm-up, it's pretty straightforward. We've got two rounds of 30 jumping jacks. That's these guys. Then you're gonna do 20 mountain climbers. For these, I'd like you to do 20 each side, so that's 40 total reps. Right, left is 1. Mountain climbers. After that, you're going to do 10 up, downs, or squat thrusts. Those look like this. Arms straight and down, plank out, hop back in, and up. 10 of those. After those 10 up, downs, we're going to do 5 upward to downward dogs with toe touches. So we'll start those in the upward dog or seal position. Chin to the ceiling, arms extended, and feet behind you, knees are on the ground. Then we're gonna come up into downward dog with both arms straight, legs are straight, trying to make that A with your body. Your head is loose. Heels ideally can touch the ground on these, but if you're not there yet in your range of motion, that's fine. And then you're gonna touch your right hand to your left foot and your left hand to your right foot, and that is gonna be 1 rep. Then you go back into upward dog or the seal, and so on and so forth. Repeat. You're doing 5 of those guys, and then we're doing 2 rounds of this warm-up. So you go back to those 30 jumping jacks, 20 mountain climbers, 10 up downs, 5 more upward to downward dog with toe touches. After that last set of upward downward dogs with toe touches, you're going to do 10 shin box and forward folds. You probably remember those, but get down on the ground, butterfly position, feet apart, and you're going to fold the right knee over and then lean forward over that left foot. Bring it back up, fold the left knee over, lean over that right foot, and repeat until you've done 10 total reps. 5 each side. All right, 10 shin box and forward folds. We'll finish that warm up. Press pause, and I'll meet you back here for strength. All right, for strength today, we've got 4 newish movements or variations of older movements that we've done before. It is a superset, so there's 2 different supersets, 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Every movement has 30 seconds in between it. The first movement is close grip push-ups. So it's going to be a narrower stance, hand stance I'd say. For those push-ups, you could either go diamond or just outside diamond, but something in between your normal push-up stance, and I'll show you that. You're going to do 4 sets of 10 to 20 of those depending on your ability. There. You're going to rest 30 seconds, go into single arm overhead alternating lateral lunges. You're doing 4 sets of 6 to 8 each arm of those. Okay, then you're going to rest 30 seconds, go back up to that 1A close grip push-ups. Keep going until you've done 4 sets of both the close grip push-ups and the single arm overhead alternating lateral lunge. After that last set of alternating lateral lunges, you're going to go into 2A. That's the single arm banded crossbody rows, which I'll show you. You're doing 4 times 20 to 30 each of those, each arm. I'll show you those. Rest 30 seconds, and then you're going into an Ipsilateral Plank. I've given it a local spelling. Some of you from Michigan may notice. 4 times 20-second holds of each of those Ipsilateral planks, and that's going to be each side before you rest for 30 seconds, go back up to those single arm banded crossbody rows. All right, that's it in a gist. It'll get clearer as I go forward here. All right, for those close grip push-ups, it's like a normal push-up, only your grip is closer together. Depending on if you have any shoulder issues, there may be a comfortability as far as how wide or how narrow you can go with your grip. The diamond you can make, putting those fingers and thumbs together, down and up, keeping that plank in the body position, of course engaged, and doing a push-up. Now you can go a little wider if you want. Same thing. You can go to your knees if you want. Just keep that core stable, the core engaged, that plank in your body. Okay? And you can always go from a bench, ottoman, chair, whatever. Just go a little narrower on that grip. Bring it in and out. Okay? Close grip push-ups. Again, you're going to do 4 sets, 10 to 20 of those. Rest 30 seconds in between. You're alternating on this one with those single arm overhead alternating lateral lunges. For those single arm overhead alternating lunges, find an object. You may want to play with the weight of this until you get the technique down. So with that, you're going to have the weight overhead, so safely get it into the racked position, press it overhead, and then you're going to go lateral with these lunges. So nice wide stance. You're going to point those toes out, kind of 45-degree-ish angle, and your knee's going to come toward that, keeping that weight centered on each of these. They are awkward, so again, you may want a lighter weight overhead until you get the feel for these. You're going to do 4 to 6 with each arm before switching arms. Okay, and doing 6 to 8 with that other arm. All right. Use this other arm, free arm, for balance. Keep that knee tracking over the toe and outside. Again, these are tough, so play with the weight overhead. You're not going to go too heavy there. Single arm, overhead, alternating, lateral lunges. Each lunge there counts as a rep. 1, 2, up to 6 or 8, okay? And then switch arms. All right. Then you're going to go back up to close grip push-ups, on through until you've done 4 of each. On that last set of single arm, overhead, alternating lateral lunges, you will go into that second superset, starting with the single arm banded crossbody rows. You will need a band for this. What you're going to do is sit on the ground, legs out, hook it over your opposite foot of whichever arm you're rowing with, find a good tension, and you're rowing back. Okay, you want that hand to come to your torso, so play with the tension that way. You want tension for the whole movement, so you may need to choke up on this band. And again, pulling to the torso, release, pull, release. Okay? 20 to 30 of these. These can be fast. Isolating that fast twitch muscle. 20 to 30 reps each side. Okay? So when you're ready to switch sides, put it over that right foot, pull with your left hand. Make sure that midline's nice and stable, the legs are straight, core's engaged, and rowing. 4 sets, 20 to 30 each. Now, if you don't have a band on those crossbody rows, no problem. Basically what you're going to do is hinge over, knees are slightly bent, midline's nice and stable, and you're going to grab that dumbbell or whatever your heavy object is. If it's a kettlebell, fine. But you're going to lean it over that left foot, okay, and row across. So my midline's stable. but there is a little twist in the torso to get to that opposite foot. But you should be feeling it here, not here. This is nice and stable, the midline, okay? Should feel it in your lat. Just make sure when you're descending that that dumbbell goes toward the opposite foot in order to get the same effect of those banded crossbody rows, okay? Alternate version. You're gonna rest 30 seconds and switch to that ipsilateral plank. Now these are a balancing marvel. This will test your skills, because what ipsilateral means is you've got to stay up and balanced on one side for 20 seconds. Now, like me, you're probably going to be touching down every so often to keep your balance till you find it. No problem. 20 seconds and then switch sides. See how my other side is. You will more than likely find one side is more stable than the other. All right, 4 times 20 seconds, hold on each side before resting 30 seconds, going back to those single arm banded crossbody rows. 4 sets of each of those, and then you're done with strength. Press pause, get to it, and I'll meet you back here for conditioning. All right, welcome back. Conditioning today is fun. Descending, ascending in reps. WOD of 15, 12, 9, back to 12, back up to 15 repetitions of dumbbell hang power cleans and goblet squats. What that means is, like most of our other numbered rep WODs, you're going to do 15 dumbbell hang power cleans, which I'll show you, and 15 goblet squats. Then you're going to go to 12 dumbbell hang power cleans, 12 goblet squats. Then you're going to go to 9 dumbbell hang power cleans, 9 goblet squats, then back up to 12 dumbbell hang power cleans, 12 goblet squats, and finally 15 dumbbell hang power cleans and 15 goblet squats. And then you're done with conditioning. All right, let's talk about these movements. All right, so those dumbbell hang power cleans are each side. This is a single arm movement. And you're gonna do 15 on each side, then do the goblet squats, then do 12 on each side, goblet squats 9 on each side, etc. So it's each side for these. What you're gonna do is place that object, dumbbell, kettlebell, whatever, between the legs. Reach down, grab it, you're in the hang position. Clean it up, press it up. It is easier from between the legs, I've found, than it is on the side. Between the legs mimics more of a kettlebell swing, but either move is acceptable. Just make sure that you're doing 15 reps each side, 12 reps each side, 9 reps each side, 12 reps each side, 15 each side. Then the goblet squat. If you have a kettlebell, cool, you've got all the equipment you need, but if you don't, no big deal. I'm gonna do it with the dumbbell today. We just need to get this guy up into a goblet position. Elbows are in, object is right there, kind of up by your collarbone, chest area. Gonna find that squat stance, toes pointing outward slightly, knees tracking out, butt back and down and up, butt back and down and up. Midline's nice and stable the whole time, chest stays up. And you're dropping to parallel or below and standing it back up. Okay, goblet squats. All right, those are your movements Again, 15, 12, 9, 12, and 15. Dumbbell hang power cleans, goblet squats, back and forth until you've done all the reps. Press pause. Meet me back here for cool down. Have a great time. All right. Welcome back for a very necessary cool down. You always have the option to do the shutdown challenge before you do this cool down. It's in the description below. Today's cool down involves the lizard pose. You're going to do 30 seconds each side on that one. You can do that dynamic or static. And then the world's greatest stretch. With the world's greatest stretch, we're going to rest 30 seconds in each pose. I'm going to show you that now. So start with the world's greatest stretch. Get in that plank position. Then bring your right foot on the outside of that right hand. You're going to leave that left hand planted. You're going to lift that right hand up and try to bring that right elbow to the ground. That is a very strong word, try. Not everybody should be able to, so don't worry about it if you can't, but the point is you're stretching this area right here. Your hamstring, your groin area is opening up. So we're going to hold this position for about 30 seconds. So from this position, you're going to go into a pigeon pose. So you can leave that left arm planked and just bring that leg under. Right leg under. Lower yourself onto your elbows if you can. If you can bring your head down, great. But you're going to hang into this pigeon pose for 30 seconds. You can kind of rock back and forth. Take deep breaths. Try to stretch lower each time. But hold that position for about 30 seconds. After the pigeon, come on up into a straight leg. Hamstring stretch. Bring that toe up. If you can reach that toe, pull it toward you. And you're stretching this, holding this position for about 30 seconds. If you want to do a more dynamic release and stretch for that 30 seconds, you can. And then lastly, keeping that foot forward, you're going to work into a hip flexor stretch. Bring those hands overhead, push them toward the ceiling and lower, feeling that stretch in the hip flexor. I'll switch sides for you just so you can see. Again, hands toward the ceiling, lower the leg, arch the back, feeling that stretch here. And hold for about 30 seconds for that pose. And then do the opposite side. Again, holding 30 seconds for each of those poses of the world's greatest stretch. The scorpion stretches. These guys are back and forth, lay on their belly, arms out to 90, but then just above 90 with those hands. You're gonna take your right leg, right foot, right heel, twist it over, good thoracic stretch and a good shoulder stretch here. And then come back. And we're gonna do 3 each side. Try to keep that heel from touching the ground. A little bit more of a stretch by not giving that leg a break by touching the ground with it. Okay? That's your cool down for today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining Mitten Fitness, CrossFit Dexter, for these quarantine, stay home, get ripped workouts. All right, congratulations. You have graduated into a new shutdown challenge. The last one was challenging to say the least, especially at the very end with all those reps that have accumulated. Nobody expected to be closed this long, but thanks for challenging yourselves and sticking with it. We've got a new challenge for you starting today, Saturday, April 18th. All right, so the new challenge has accumulating 1 full minute of elbow planking. Also, after that, accumulating 1 full minute of hollow holds. After that, you're gonna do 48 push-ups, more push-ups, but think how ready you'll be for Murph. And then after the 48 push-ups, you're gonna do 10 light, emphasize light goblet squats, okay? So this is going to increase daily by 5 seconds on the holds for the plank and the hollow hold, by 1 push-up, and by 2 light goblet squats each day that we continue to be closed due to this virus that's out there. All right, so let's show you the movements. Elbow plank, you probably know, but I'm gonna show you. Get down on those elbows, on the balls of those toes. Your core is engaged. You're pressing down, pressing into that ground with your elbows and your feet, your toes. Really pressing down, really squeezing the abs, squeezing pretty much every possible muscle you can during this hold to get the most out of it. All right, that is your elbow plank. Hollow hold. Make that bowl with your body. Leg raise, arms up and out. Make sure your shoulders are off the ground. Basically only touching the ground from the center of your back to your tailbone and holding. Engage that core. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Push-ups. Push-ups you know. Push-ups you love. And start in that full plank position. Down, chest to the ground, elbows are in, either 45 degrees or tighter, and up, push up. Now if you don't have the full strict push up, no problem. Go to your knees, down, up, and if you need to scale that even further, find that coffee table, bench chair, side of your rig, and do your push-ups into that object. All right, then last but not least, goblet squats. This is not necessarily light, but it is a kettlebell in the goblet position. Elbows are in, nice and racked. Your goblet is hugging your chest. Squat stance for these. And you're gonna start with that butt back. So push the butt and hips back, down, parallel or below, and back up. Have a blast with this shutdown challenge. It doesn't matter when during the day you do this. It is meant to be as well as your normal workout for the day. You can do it throughout the day, piece it up, do it throughout the day. You can do it before you go to bed. You can do it as soon as you wake up. It's your workout, it's your challenge. Just have fun with it. Thanks, guys. Hey folks, really appreciate you tuning in. Please do us a favor, press that like button, subscribe, find us on Facebook, find us on Instagram, like us, follow us. Stay healthy.